Hello and welcome to Cover 3 presented by Papa John's. I'm Manny Robinson with Marcel Louis-Jacques, Scott Kiefer, here to talk a little Clemson football. The Tigers swatted the Yellow Jackets on Saturday night, just dismantled that triple option and took a resounding victory, a bounce-back win after falling to Syracuse. But now they head to Raleigh for what could amount to the ACC Atlantic Division Championship game.
I think the best news that Dabo Swinney got Saturday night was that next week's game is a 3:30 kickoff. Look, the Clemson Tigers have played 13 consecutive away games at night. So Dabo said he's tired of getting home at 5 and 6 in the morning, and I'm sure the players are too. This will be a much more amenable trip. I mean, you should be home by midnight if things work out okay. But yeah, this sizes up as a Atlantic, like you said, Atlantic Division showdown, possible ticket to the ACC championship game. Look, it's the Wolfpack, the Fighting Dave Dorans. And this is Dave Doran's best squad. This is what he's been building for. Got one of the top defensive lines in the country, and it's going to be interesting to see how Clemson's offense matches up with that. This game looms so important for Clemson because there's not much chance after this for resume building. I mean, this is the last ranked opponent they'll face, and when you finish the season with Florida State, who has really played way below expectations, and then the Citadel and South Carolina, look, this will be your final chance to build that resume. So it's ultimately very important for Clemson.
Speaking of how NC State's defensive line's getting after this offense, I think we saw and learned a lot about Kelly Bryant. After that Syracuse loss, what you heard from the most passionate Clemson fan is we didn't have our starting quarterback. Our quarterback was hurt. And so we had to wonder, did one player really make that much of a difference for a team that prides itself on interchangeable parts? And that answer, it's a resounding yes. I mean, here's this guy who people didn't think could follow in Deshaun Watson's footsteps. All of a sudden, he's the only irreplaceable player on this roster. And so I think the rest of the season, Clemson will go how Kelly Bryant goes.
And you know what's made Kelly Bryant's life a lot easier is the play of Ray McCloud. Coming into the season, he was supposed to be the third option, but he's turned into a three-way threat.
I look at it in some way like, man, we got 3 receivers, not 1 or 2. But at the same time, I'm playing ball. I got to do what I got to do, and when my number called, make the best of my opportunity. Really, my fuel is just being the best in the country, not being the best of my team. My team gonna help me be the best, and we all push each other to be great. Me and Deion been playing since we were 6. That's like my best friend. So if he's doing it, I'm doing it. And Renfro catching it, we all catching it. So that's how I look at it. In high school, I used to get the ball. We used to run the same play first play of the game, unless we want to change it up. We used to always run it just to see how they get to it. It was 26 power, and I just like getting. I gotta get it that hit out first. Like, you know, it was just that feeling, just to, all right, we good now. After you get that, that's when it just shoots out. The confidence just shoots out. You start talking noise. That's just that feeling.
You ever take it personally when you see guys line up one-on-one against you? Like, I mean, it's not like you're 6'4". People don't expect jump balls to be a forte for you, but third downs this year, it looks like you're a go-to receiver.
That's just the dog my dad built, man. Since I was young, my dad was my coach, and he installed, like, I need that out of you. Like, not, if you want to do this, you can do that. No, like, I need that out of you. And that's just how my dad built me. And just going out there, I've been the smallest person, not the smallest person on my team, but I've been undersized my whole life. So it's not no big deal, which I'm average sized man, just in football words. That's what they say. But yes, sir, it's just going out there and being that dog.
A lot of Clemson fans know Dean Cox simply as the Hat. But you know what? He's really the dean of Clemson tailgating, and he does it in style.
Yeah, a lot of people, they wouldn't know me by Dean Cox, but they know me by the hat. Little did I know, the first time I wore it, everybody's like, where'd you get that hat? I want that hat. I want that hat. Where'd you get it? Well, it was 1977 is when Clemson had them out. And now, as far as we know, we've looked everywhere, and everybody else has, but we haven't found another one like it. This is our first year in the motorhome lot, and we love it. And I want to show you, when I opened the curtain in here, my view with my first cup of coffee in the morning on game day. Yeah, so I mean, we got the Oculus right there, and it's just, you know, that's as good as it gets when you wake up in the morning and that's what you're viewing. Got a couple of new stickers on it from this year. She wouldn't let me make the whole motorhome purple and orange, but she did let me have a couple of stickers. We got got the beautiful lake behind us. When we get tired of watching football on TV, we get a fishing pole out of here and go fishing. This golf cart is a 1990. It's from Congressional Country Club. I like to tell everybody George Bush played golf in this cart, is why I bought it. These chairs came from a friend of mine, Brendan Humphreys, and they are 1989. Now he is a stickler and he took care of them. These things were like $89 new. You can't get them anymore, they don't make them. Hey, I tell you a while ago, what's a Tiger tailgate without a Tiger beer? We've got it figured out, I believe.
What's the best thing about tailgating out here?
Probably the lack of traffic.
Yeah.
Getting here before the traffic does. Being here on Friday night to tour the town. I mean, that golf cart, with it being gas and all, I mean, it's like having your car, except you can go places back here on these little roads that you can't go with a car. Usually this parking lot is full by lunchtime on Friday. You start riding around the golf cart, then all of a sudden you're collecting people, then you're eating with them, then you're drinking with them, then you're listening to live music with them. I mean, everybody here is family. The motorhome living at Clemson is the way to go. We never knew what it was like back here, but they're gonna have to tie a rope to us and drag us off if they ever make us move.
Well, that does it for us this week on Cover 3, presented by Papa John's. For Bart behind the controls, Marcel, Scott, and Elizabeth, I'm Manny Robinson. Thanks for joining us. Catch us next week.